My name is Carlos. I'm an engineer at CrowdEngine, small startup. We do white level crowdfunding platform. Really fun times there. We have a great monolithic app. And so what I'm about to talk to you about is nothing that you haven't heard before. Maybe if you're a junior developer, I know some of you guys are from dev school, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm an immigrant, I'm an engineer, and I'm a gamer. Destiny, Warlock, Master Race. So why though, right? So I just want to kind of segue into what people have been saying here. Holdy had really good comments about what to do with junior developer, but I think this is something we can all agree on, and hopefully I can see a few nodding heads. So memes, why memes? Because that's like the new form of communication. All the millennials or whatever new generation is doing right now, they do it through memes. So we got to get with the times. So this is what we're going to do. Language that breaks barriers, that is laughter. So we're all laughing, we break down barriers, we make connections. This is what we're here for, networking, right? So we have common ground because we're all developers here. We're all making tools. We're all trying to make the world a better place somehow, you know, at least make the monies. And we want to bridge gaps, right? So less divide, more unity. And because it's GIF, not GIF. See? So bridging gaps, right? You know, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. So because at the end, we need fundamentals. So it doesn't matter if we're the greatest that has ever lived or, you know, the first one, you know, to start over again. We all need to go back to fundamentals. That's important, right? I remember I played basketball a long time ago, and I remember one of the greatest things that you can do before a final is just do your fundamentals. You don't need to overcomplicate things. It helps you relax, and it helps you get back in touch with what brought you to this place. So let's go. Write any tests, right? So in any application you do, try to write at least some amount of tests. Otherwise, we have this, right? Like, that's how you feel. Like, in my app, there's like very little tests, and that's just like, when something breaks, that's how I feel. Establish a process. It doesn't have to be the one and all. It has to be Agile or XP or Waterfall. It doesn't matter. An internal process is always good, right? Otherwise, you have something like this. I'll let that play. And yeah, that's a great process, right? Who wants to do that over and over again? Perfect. 2, you actually have to follow the process. If you break the process, then everything goes awry. Computer is nothing more than a set of instructions that follow, you know, a certain, I don't know, pattern. Just go 1, 2, 3. If you do assembly, you see that, like, okay, I'm going to do this in a sequential manner. So follow it. Otherwise, lots of things happen. So this is what's going to happen if you don't follow the process. The senior devs go look at you, like, squint. Hopefully you guys can see that squint. It's kind of dark. Say no to coupling. So that's just a developer engineering concept. You need to have individual pieces in your system that work and have a single state of responsibility. So don't do coupling, because otherwise this happens. You've probably seen this before. Yay! Your whole system just breaks down, and like, great. If you have just one piece that fails and your whole system can continue working to some degree, that's great, right? Know your reserved words, and this is particularly important when you're working with Ruby on Rails, because who has ever dealt with an application that has had a class named return? Yeah, and same goes for other things, so that just like, know your reserved words. What? Simplicity rules. Avoid over-engineering. That's just very basic in anything you do. So, like, we're trying to put up an application. We're not really, I don't know, maybe some of you are trying to solve, you know, world peace or cure cancer, but usually systems don't need to be overcomplicated. So even if something is complicated, what do? We break it down. So don't over-engineer, you know, simplicity rules. Please keep your tech debt in check. I know it's hard because there's business requirements, deadlines, sales, you know, pressure money. What's that? 30 seconds. Oh, perfect. So there you go. There's another one. It goes. That's tag debt. Be judicious with hacks. Okay, so I'm just going to let that play, you know. Hacks don't work because they're going to get patched, okay? Be patient with everybody, okay? That includes like your QA, your IT, your sales, please. Try new things within reason. Okay. Try new things. Be bold. So within reason. Don't overwrite core methods. You're not the first one to do this. Like, don't overwrite the render method in Rails. Please keep learning. Not everyone is a power user, so this GIF is named Watching a Vim Guru. You see that? Yeah, it takes like the second, third time to see it. This is something Holdy said about feedback to people, especially juniors. PRs are not personal, usually, so don't take them personal. It's all about improvement, right? So have the right philosophy on that. Do the right tool for the right job. Rails and Ruby is not the one-all, be-all, QA does not mean development and vice versa because bias. So, this is my own code and look at what, For a business, the work is never done. I know I'm probably over. Just I'm almost done here. 4 more slides. Please don't deploy on Fridays. Never deploy on Fridays. Especially for you that have more stakeholding, have the decision making. There is no perfect framework Lang tool, so let's remember that. I know I hate React just because Facebook, but it's actually a really great tool. So this is a really long GIF. I'm not going to let it play. Make it work, make it better, make it fast. That's Ken Beck, by the way. And don't be discouraged. I crossed that out because negative statements we tend to do, like, don't touch that. Don't touch it. Don't think about that. We think about it. So face your fears, even if you're beholding the great monolith. And finally, mean it's one, right? That's all. Thank you.
So just